Hello YouTube friends! As part of the Master's Program in Strategy and Geopolitics from the Colombian Superior School of War, in our class today on the history of political ideas, we have the pleasure of interviewing four great thinkers of our generation. These guests have had a lot of influence in the way of thinking about topics such as power, justice, communication, patriotism, and politics. These fundamental ideas, Draomas in Spanish, have had many approaches by many great minds throughout history. Our first guest comes from the United States, a great defender of justice. I speak to you of Dr. John Rawls, in which his grand masterpiece, A Theory of Justice, gave us an inspiring insight of what humans believe in fair treatment and equality. Please, Doctor, tell us a little bit more about this book.
Well, I believe with the power of ideas, people can change the injustice that is present in everyday activities. I point out the radical unfairness in society, such as social classes, political power over the rights and freedoms of common people, life expectancy, and other aspects of modern human nature. When we think of entering a society that we know nothing about, would it feel safe to enter? This is what I like to call the veil of ignorance. This is why, if we look at it from this perspective, any person will want the same treatment and rights no matter what condition a person is born into society. For example, good schools, efficient healthcare, impartial justice system, and decent living conditions.
Thank you, Doctor, for your valuable input to our society. The second participant comes from Germany, Jürgen Habermas, a great thinker and sociologist. He is best known for his communicative action theory, in which offers some criticism on how power and politics need to be intervened with communicative rationality. Let us hear more about his ideas.
I was always convinced that there is in everyday communicative life, everyday communication, also a kind of push to give reasons, to be more or less reasonable, to give answers to the questions, why did you say that? Why did you do that? And so that was the motivation to pursue a bit further the issue of the kind of reason that is, so to say, built into our everyday language.
Thank you for your contribution and comments. We will keep in mind all of your valuable orientation. Our third guest travels from India, Dr. Amartya Sen. He is a Nobel Prize recipient in economics and a brilliant philosopher. He is well known for his work in collective choice and social welfare. Please, Doctor, tell us a little bit more about your work.
The reviver of the mathematical contemporary social choice theory. A lot of my work has been in that area, and that gives us a better handle in understanding the challenges of justice, not in the nature of advancing, not in the nature of what would the perfectly just society or perfectly just institution look like, but how do we judge how we might reduce injustice in the world, remove injustice in the world, and what is the role particularly of public reasoning in this.
Amazing words. Thank you, Doctor, again for your time and for sharing with us your ideas. Finally, from the United States, Dr. Martha Nussbaum, an intelligent and influential woman in the academic field with her ideas on the fragility of goodness. Let's give a word to Dr. Nussbaum so she can explain further on the subject.
To be a good human being is to have a kind of openness to the world, an ability to trust uncertain things beyond your own control that can lead you to be shattered in very extreme circumstances, in circumstances that for which you are not yourself to blame. And I think that says something very important about the condition of the ethical life, that it is based on a trust in the uncertain, a willingness to be exposed. It's based on being, as it were, more like a plant than like a jewel, something rather fragile, but whose very particular beauty is inseparable from that fragility.
With these interventions, we have a clearer and broader concept about the influence it has for society in the 21st century. Finally, I want to leave with these questions for meditation. What have you done to make the world a better place for the newer generations? How do you feel that your actions have affected the people in your life? What will be your gift to humanity? Thank you for watching.